Hey, what's going on? Kate McShay here, and inside of this training video, I am going to give you 3 tips in order to convert your leads into sales. And I'm also going to actually show you something that is pretty embarrassing to me, but I think it's probably potentially going to be pretty valuable to you, especially if you're first just starting out. So I am going to be giving you, okay, embarrassing enough, my first video that I ever shot, my first content video. I did a couple of other lead generating videos. We had started playing around with YouTube marketing at that time, but this video that you're going to see in just a second is going to be my training on the 3 tips that you need to do to convert your leads into sales. The content is awesome. However, it would be interesting for you if you've been around my blog for a while, or you've been getting emails from me for a while, or been on Facebook with me, whatever. To see the transition that I've made from not even my short haircut, but just seeing the transition on how I produce my content compared to my first video that you're going to see now. So check it out, and I will see you on the other side of that training video.
Hey there, how's it going? Kate McShay coming to you from Washington. Hope you're doing well. Well, today what I am here to share with you is 3 tips, 3 things that you can do to increase, totally boost up your conversion rate from leads to sales. Okay, and who wouldn't want that? Everybody loves generating leads, but if you're not getting any sales from them, what's it doing for you? You know? So here are 3 tips. The 3rd tip is the one that has been super meaningful to us, has upped our conversion rate and totally boosted our business. So stick with us because that's going to be a really great, useful tip for you. Okay, let's get right into it. Tip number 1, make sure that your marketing is congruent. Okay, what that means is, and you might want to take some notes, is that say you've got a capture page and you are describing how someone used Facebook advertising to create a 6-figure income. Enter in your information and you can get a free presentation on how you can do that too. Okay, so they enter in their name, email, phone number possibly, and then it shoots them over to a video about how to blog. Okay, it has nothing to do with Facebook. Well, that's not congruent. It's not the same. Okay, so it's going to break the trust for you and your prospect because they're going to say, well, they said one thing and then they did something totally different. I don't trust that they're going to really show me what I need to know. Okay, and if you do any advertising and you were to use that capture page and shoot it over into the video, they're not going to accept your ad because they're not congruent. They're not the same. You're marketing one thing and then showing them something else. Okay, so always make sure that if you're marketing one thing, marketing Facebook, and they enter in their information, they're going to get a free presentation, they're going to get a tutorial, they're going to get something that has to do with exactly what you were talking about with your Facebook advertising, Facebook marketing, okay? Make sure that they're congruent. Tip number 2 is make sure that you always tell your prospects what to do next. In other words, you have a strong call to action. Okay, so what you need to do is make sure that if you're shooting a video that you tell them what to do next, because if you don't, they're just going to leave, and then now you just pretty much wasted your time because you don't have a prospect anymore because they just left you. Okay, you want to find some way to get them to become a lead and then hopefully possibly become a sale. Alright, so if you're shooting a video, you need to, at the end of the video, you need to tell them to click the link below, and it will take them to wherever, to a free presentation, to your blog, to your fan page, to whatever you want them to go to next, but you have to tell them to do it. Because if you have it down there at the bottom, they're not going to click on it because they're not going to know what to do next. The video is over, so they think that they're done. Okay, have a strong call to action. Tell them what to do next. Tip number 3, which has been the most beneficial to us. Stay in contact with your leads. Follow up with your leads. Okay, if you've got phone numbers, call them. If you've got their email them. The ones who see the most success in this profession are emailing their lists every day. If you don't have the time to do that yet, that's okay. But email as much as you possibly can. All right, and when you are emailing them, what it's doing is it's kind of giving them your personality, showing them who you are, what you're all about. If you don't follow up with your leads, somebody else will, and you're going to lose that lead, okay? So those are the 3 things that you can start doing if you're not doing them already to up your conversion rate from leads to sales.
So, as you can see, there have been a few things that have changed with my delivery on how I produce content through video now. Obviously, I have become much more comfortable with my message that I'm giving out to you. But I wanted to share that specific video with you. I had the thought of re-recording it and just giving you the new content. But here's the thing, the content is good and the message is great. And what I wanted to share with you is that not just beyond you understanding the fact of what you need to do to convert your leads into sales, right? Because leads are great, but buyers are better. So obviously making sure that your offers are congruent with what your advertising is, making sure that you have a strong call to action, telling your potential lead what they need to do next, and also making sure that you continue to follow up with them and build that relationship with them, because not everyone's going to invest in whatever you have to offer immediately. They will invest once they start to feel comfortable and once that offer feels like something that they need. And that's something that you need to convey inside of your emails or your phone calls, whatever you decide to do to follow up with them. But the reason why I chose not to change out that video and not just record a brand new one is to show you the process and show you that it's never too late or never too early to get started with regards to creating content and creating value. Now, I will give you a heads up that video that was just about 3 minutes long took me about 2 hours to create. I was absolutely petrified, but I am so happy that I did, because what it did is it allowed me to continue to move forward and continue to just chip away at those fears that I had of putting myself out there. And now here I am today, still delivering you value 2 years later. So if you can comment below, just give me a little bit of feedback on the content that you received, as well as if you saw the difference between what can happen from my first actual video ever online for content compared to the presence that I have now, right? And see if that's something that's believable to you too, right? Especially if you're new. I want to know that this is something that you can see the process and the change that's happening here. Also, if you want to know a little bit more about now how I've fine-tuned my formula and how I actually generate leads online, then make sure that you click on this video at the end, or you can also click down at the bottom. There's going to be a box that talks about the Lead Machine formula. And if you've not gotten your free copy yet, I highly suggest you go do so, because it's going to walk you through the exact process that I utilize to generate leads for our business, just using the internet. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next training video, and I hope to hear from you in the comments section below. Take care.